bit. We're near the Indian Hill complex right by the big auto center. It looks like he was going to take the off-ramp, but back to the shoulder, back into the right lane, and trying to dodge and weave around all those cars, the big rigs as well. And that is a very heavy truck, several thousand pounds, tailgating the car right in front of him, trying to get around, almost hit that big rig, just narrowly missing. I think that was the Monte Vista off-ramp that we just crossed east on the 10. Now it looks like he's going to jump off the San Bernardino freeway at extreme speeds here. That is not what you want to do on these off-ramps. You want to take these about 35 miles per hour. You'll have to hit the brakes real hard to come to a stop here at the end of that off-ramp, and we're going to try to find out what exit this is. Coming around the bend, getting right back on the freeway, running that red light, extremely dangerous. And the street that he's on is very narrow, a lot of stoplights, a lot of stop signs, just passing Central now, eastbound Palo Verde in the upland area. This is extremely dangerous, not only for that guy being pursued, for law enforcement officers, other motorists as well. And you saw that narrow miss right there. Went to the wrong side of the street. He could have gone head on into that guy. And that SUV, it's extremely heavy. He makes contact with somebody, and there are going to be severe consequences.
The danger clearly is there, in addition to just the fact that he's running stoplights and going so quickly, he's forcing other vehicles to react to his behavior.
Wrong side of the street. Look at that, how dangerous that is.
Yeah. And once again, Pepper Avenue into San Bernardino. City of San Bernardino. Looks like he just ran right through a rail crossing there, and I can see the Metrolink train. Actually, it's an eastbound train. He missed that train by maybe a quarter of a mile. Those arms come down to save you, to protect you, but he just ran right through it. Now into a gas station off of Pepper Avenue. And at this point, the only information we have about this guy, he's wanted for reckless driving, and that's not a major deal. He may have been taken into custody if he had been pulled over initially, but maybe only a citation. Who knows? Still, no law enforcement officers behind this guy. Just a police helicopter overhead. A railroad crossing coming up here in just a second. He's going to go around it on the tracks. He plowed through a rail crossing just a couple of minutes ago, narrowly missing a Metrolink train. And this time, instead of plowing through that rail crossing, he actually went around it, trying to beat the train once again. Here comes one officer just behind him, maybe. Yeah, that is apparently, it looks like a CHP officer, southbound on Tippecanoe, over the median, wrong side of the street, making an eastbound turn. He's come a long way. We picked this up out of San Dimas almost an hour ago, about 50 minutes ago, and this guy has not stopped at all. Running red lights, stop signs, running onto the wrong side of the street a number of places, narrowly avoiding a number of accidents. We can't even count how many crashes he almost had. I'm in a ballpark speeds here at about I'd say 80, maybe 85 miles per hour.
Is he slowing down, Bill?
It looks like he is.
David, he is slowing down. As we told you a while ago, out of San Bernardino, he was heading toward Redlands. We're in Redlands now on the San Bernardino freeway. He may be running out of gas. He may be just getting wise and figuring, this has gone on long enough. It's time to stop. He's going to pull over to the right shoulder of the freeway, eastbound on the 10 in Redlands, City of Redlands. The door is open. He better comply with officers, go wide on the shot. If he doesn't comply with officers, things could get ugly real quick. Backing up toward officers, always dangerous. They could look at that as a threat, a deadly weapon threat. If that guy tries to use that SUV as a threat, that could be a real serious problem. Let's go tight now. He is out of the vehicle, and you can see all the windows are tinted. Let's open up the shot just a bit so you can see these officers. They're on the freeway with him. They haven't closed the freeway yet, but they will shortly. They're telling that guy, stay out of the car. Stand up. Don't face us. Just walk backward toward us. Listen to our voices. Keep walking backward. Keep your hands where we can see them. And then in just a minute, they'll tell that guy to get down on the ground, keeping his hands and his feet spread. In a moment, they might tell him to lift up his shirt so they'll make sure he hasn't got any weapons on him, but now down on his knees. In just a moment, they're telling him very clearly what they want him to do. Get down on the ground, spread your legs out, spread your arms out. We want to see your arms and hands at all times. There they go, spreading those arms out. Now what officers will do, they'll approach that guy very slowly, very gingerly, very safely, and as one officer approaches him, another officer will keep his gun on that suspect. Additional officers, most likely, they'll keep their eyes trained on that SUV in case there are additional suspects inside. All while this is happening, additional resources being brought in to shut the freeway down. You might see that in the next couple of minutes. Open up the shot just a bit, and we'll see if they close the freeway here. Nope, just the two right lanes. Let's go right back in. They're going to approach that suspect. His hands are behind his back. It would appear from Air 7 HD as though this guy is complying with law enforcement. This is going to be just east of the Alabama off-ramp, east on the San Bernardino freeway, on the right shoulder. He pulled over. He may have run out of gas. He may have had some kind of mechanical malfunction. He may have just wanted to stop and give up. In either event, he's down on the ground. He'll stay on the ground. Officers now approaching that SUV to check out and see if there's anybody else inside. It's a real dangerous situation. situation with those tinted windows, you can't see. It looks like by their body language they have cleared the vehicle. They're getting on top of that guy, put the handcuffs on him, and fortunately, after nearly an hour covering a number of counties, a number of interstates, including the 10, the 210, the 57, this guy is being taken into custody, wanted initially only for reckless driving. And the folks taking this guy into custody, these are San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies. Looks like CHP officers on our left. This guy will be removed from the freeway in the next several minutes. Unfortunately, as best as we can tell from the helicopter, there were no accidents. Nobody got hurt, but this could have been deadly. It has come to an end here in Redlands. That's our story live from Air 7 HD. I'm Bill Thomas, ABC7 Eyewitness News.